And we're live, and we have a crappy signal.
Oh,
No,
are
that's
you plugged in?
yeah, that's
Mm.
got to be the weather, I guess. Hopefully, we'll be all right though. It looks like it cleared up. Whoops. Welcome
I
everybody.
never have
Let
my
me see
sound on.
who we got here. Oh, and there's the bird clock to tell us it's time to go live. Mind and Body Co. Tammy Eaker, Times Change Press, Amy Broussard,
I don't know who that is.
Tinker's wife, Mama Bear, Nanny Joyce, Michigan Daffodil. Hello and welcome, everybody.
We decided to go live a few minutes early because we were just sitting here waiting. Believe it or not, I was not late.
Believe it or not,
Hey, I've been early the last couple of live streams. There was one, I think I was fixing coffee when you started it.
you and Mama Bear both are not late. Suburban Hillbilly, welcome. It has been a week.
It's been a crazy week. We have gotten rain, 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 and more rain. There's my
Hello,
notification.
Wendy from Nova Scotia. We've had a lot of rain this week.
Yep.
Um,
It Saturday was the beginning of it, I believe.
It was, yeah.
It's been raining pretty much every day.
So Friday night, went to bed just like any other night, thinking, oh, I'm going to sleep all night. It's going to be nice. We were planning on getting up and going to the Sunset Herb Festival on Saturday, which Sunset is a little north of Lafayette, Louisiana. 5 o'clock rolls around, 5 a.m., and thunder wakes us up.
Thunder, lightning, rain.
So we knew. Amy got up and opened the bedroom door because the cat was freaking out trying to get in. And we just might as well, put some coffee on, get up, and get moving. So that's what we did, and we ended up going to the festival after all, and it was really nice. We had a great time. You
I'm
can
glad we
tell
went. I'm really glad
things
we
are a
went.
little more populated back here behind us, and
The
that's not
jungle is
everything.
growing.
I'm trying to wait and see if our friend is going to come into the chat before we speak,
Yeah.
before we talk about that.
Well, today, um, after all the rain, we have been just kind of lingering and not really able to do much of anything outside. So today we got out and we filled 91.
93.
Was it 93?
I mean, that was my best math, so
Okay.
possibly
I
wrong.
thought you said 91, but I could be wrong. 93 cups
To start seeds.
just and started seeds.
Not for typical garden stuff either.
We're doing herbs, we're doing natives. Um, it's all herbs and medicinals.
Let's see, rose mallow, yarrow, mint,
Basil, mint, marigolds, which marigolds aren't a native, but they are so beautiful. And Michigan Daffodil sent me some seeds. Y'all, these I can buy plants from the big box stores. I can get the marigolds, but for whatever reason, they don't grow very well.
What
They
did you
stay
read?
this little tiny plant. And I read the other day that there's actually sprayed with a growth suppressant to keep them small in shipment and on the store shelves and things like that. Well, when I plant them from seed, those things are massive. They're gorgeous. So we plant, I think, six cups of each thing.
There's Kiri, built on the Rock Homestead.
I've got, was it tobacco seeds from Dawn? I've
Yeah,
got
2 different tobaccos. We
but
started.
one of them was from Dawn, and one of them I bought.
Those of you who send us seeds and plants and stuff, thank you so much. We do our best to include everything that you send in the homestead. Not chatting much because of the buffering. Oh man. Hopefully that's not buffering for everyone. Looks like my signal is pretty good. I hate that you're dealing with that, Mama Bear. There's Joe eating crawfish. Oh, we did that Monday.
Yeah. Spent a fortune because it was a Monday.
Yeah, it's hard to type when your fingers are full of crawfish. I know. So anyway, we've gotten stuff from
Dawn sent us
Kiri.
seeds.
Oh, do you have that picture?
Kiri has sent us a cactus and some
Prickly
other
pear
stuff.
cactus. And
Amanda
some other
Albany
things.
sent seeds. She's the one that sent me the mullein
There's Miss Lippy.
to get her
Miss
get me
Lippy
started.
has sent us stuff. Michigan Daffodil has sent us stuff to put in the gardens.
Courtney from Wide Family
Farm.
Some of that came.
We've gotten
came
stuff
from
from
her.
folks at the Jeep Girl. Hello, welcome. From the various meetups, we've gotten stuff from people. We've got some Danny corn from Deep South Homestead, but we're not big fans of planting corn.
Well,
so
corn requires rows.
Right, we don't do a whole lot of stuff in ground. It says you canceled it.
I did not. Oh, maybe I closed it before it sent.
That's probably what it was.
I was looking at something else. Sorry.
Yep, there it goes. Okay.
I have to focus on what I'm doing or I lose track of what I'm doing.
The prickly pear that we got from Kiri at Built on the Rock Homestead, I'm going to show you.
It's doing this weird, cool thing.
I'm sure it's a bloom or just growing, whatever.
I think it's a new growth off the top. I'm not even sure, but
there.
It's cool looking.
Right there.
It looks like a little sponge.
How cool is that?
And it's not prickly yet. So it feels weird when you touch on it.
I'm thinking flower, probably.
I don't know. I've never had a cactus.
I've never grown a prickly pear for sure, so don't really know. But maybe Kiri can tell us.
The talons on that thing though are pretty massive. We actually skewered a termite the other with it.
Yeah, the termites have been swarming. Have they for you too? They come down the
stove. Be right back. Gotta get coffee.
Hood vent, and they land on the the gas top range, but it's smooth and they can't like get out of there, which is great. I mean, they stay there so we can.
Oh, Kiri said the flowers will be yellow.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I've seen some, like I was looking at pictures, and some are yellow and some are like a reddish color. So I didn't know which one, but that's good to know. I'm hoping it's a flower just because it would be pretty and be cool. But I've been babying the heck out of that thing.
The thumbnail image tonight.
I've been moving it out of the rain.
Was our mullein. One of our mullein plants is in bloom and very showy right now. There's Barb.
I don't have termites.
I was waiting for Barb.
But there is a bug that loves the fruit. Uh-oh.
So the reason why we were waiting for Barb is because on Saturday when we went to the Sunset Herb Festival that I was talking about a minute ago, we met up with Barb and her husband. And it was such a great visit. So great, in fact, that when we met there at the festival, we were standing there talking in the pouring down rain.
Not even noticing that we were getting soaked.
Oh, I was noticing, but I didn't care. It was just so much fun. And when Barb's husband, Percy, said, hey, I was looking up this little cafe down the road. If we were thinking about going eat over there, I was like, let's do that. Let's go. Let's go eat. That would be great. We had a blast too. Really enjoyed it.
I had so much fun. And we were able to talk plants, and her garden is absolutely gorgeous.
We saw pictures.
We
We haven't been over yet.
I like the word yet though. We have brilliant hot pink on the flowers of ours that grows. I've seen, yeah, I've seen. Okay, the church has prickly pear that's red. Mine are yellow. I've seen some like pictures that are the some of the flowers are red and some are yellow. My cactus is planted in the ground here, and it blooms and spreads happily. After you get it going, you might want to consider that. Stays all year round, huh?
Yeah, got you, Michigan. Got to spell things wrong sometimes. Got to spell things wrong, pronounce things wrong, use code words. That's the
Mhm.
way it is today.
I am going to consider putting it in the ground. I just have to find the right place to put it in the ground where I won't like kill myself on it. Because that thing looks vicious.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna have to go like in a rock bed or something because
I'm thinking
I
on
don't
the
want-
end of the house.
I don't want the native weeds and stuff just to take it over because I'm not gonna be able to mow right up to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep. I might buy. Bleh. I might be able to put it in one of those lick tubs, kind of halfway buried,
Yeah, that would work. I think.
and like cut the bottom out of it. But that way it kind of
Hey, Courtney,
stays close.
Wide Family Farm is here.
Transplanted big tomatoes today. I started from seeds. Still needing to transplant cherry tomatoes. Started from seeds. How far from the big tomatoes should the cherries be planted, and how deep? The deeper the better on tomatoes normally. Um, how far apart? It depends on really whether or not you're going to prune them hard or not. If you're not going to prune them, I would go probably 18 to 24 inches apart because tomato, if you're not going to prune them, they're going to get wide, they're going to bush out and everything else. If you're going to prune them down to a single stem, I know some people that do them that way. I don't like them pruned. No, I prune the suckers off of them, and I prune the bottoms of the plants all up off the ground. How deep in the soil? Uh, I plant as far deep as I can to leave like the top two or three leaves.
I like to
Just
go
the top of the plant.
up to
sticking up.
80% of the plant underground.
Yep.
That's what I've heard. That's what I stick to. And I was looking up there. I saw Henry's comment, mine and Body Co. It says, if I'm thinking of the correct kind of prickly, should say cactus. She can also press it after and get oil from it.
Oh.
I'm not sure about that, but I know
don't know.
prickly pear is edible.
Tammy said mine is on the bayou side of my property and has been there for over 8 years. I just weed eat around it and let it go. Huh.
The more of a tomato plant that's underground, the better, because all of the entire thing that's touching the soil is going to create roots. You get a stronger root stock that
Now,
way.
if you want the strongest root stock you can get to plant it as deep as you can, but you can lay them on their side outside in the yard, and they will start to grow upright. They'll turn
Before you
themselves.
plant them,
Yeah.
lay it down for a day or so, and it'll naturally turn upward toward the sun. And then once it's done that, then you can
You
lay
plant
it
the whole thing that's
if
laying
you can't
flat.
dig deep enough.
Right.
That's the idea there. Little Frenchie, hello and welcome.
There you go. If you're in a region where the soil heats up later, plant it horizontal for the same. Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because any part of a tomato plant that will that touches the ground will make roots.
Sometimes it gets so humid here, the tomatoes will make air roots.
Yeah. It's crazy. Now our beds are 16 inches deep.
Yeah, I think so.
And I try to go at least that when I'm planting tomatoes. I will go until I hit native soil, like digging deep.
We're to the point now that the soil is
It's hard to tell
it's
what's
combining
native. Yeah, it's hard
with
to
the
tell where
worms
the
and everything.
bed ends.
It's getting really healthy. 20 pounds of potatoes, 4 beds left, hopefully. Nice.
Wait.
Awesome.
Courtney said my asparagus this afternoon cracked me up. Didn't even notice that it was growing, and bam, it's 3 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Anne Marie said listening here, but can't see chat.
Uh-oh. Hi, Anne Marie. I don't know why you can't see the chat. Maybe you're busy doing
Oh,
something.
Lippy picked 20 pounds of potatoes this evening. 4 beds left. Hopefully they make another 20 days. With this rain, oh lordy, I don't know how y'all are not swimming up there.
Curie says planting in tubs due to rock soil. Due to rocks, soil is only a few inches deep, so I must plant in tubs or raised beds. That's kind of where we are, except instead of rocks, you can put clay.
Well, then your best bet, plant it as deep as you can. And if you feel like it's not deep enough, then do the method where you can lay it on its side and let it kind of turn up.
So you plant tomatoes to get turnips?
Turn upward.
I know that was a reach. Sorry. So sorry. That was bad.
She needs to refresh. Maybe I have that happen every so often here. Yeah, I would try to refresh your page, Anne Marie. My tomatoes should have been in the ground 2 weeks ago. I tested negative for one of the code words 2 weeks ago and still have all of the symptoms. Oh, no.
Herb Festival. What did we buy? We got some edible ginger roots to start. We
How do you
had.
see that? Was that a question or
No,
you just made yourself a
I'm
question?
just
Okay.
I made myself a question.
Asked yourself a question.
We got edible ginger roots. What we had before already was we had orange turmeric and we had a decorative ginger. There's Canadian. Hello. We got
Suburban Hillbilly. Do you have mullein?
That's a sycamore tree. A lot of what we got is natives, not everything. That's a sycamore.
Sycamore is native.
Oh, it is.
It is native.
Oh yeah. That's okay. This aloe came from our friend Miss Wanda. We had
that
this
one's
last
not
week.
native, but yeah, I don't think.
This,
I don't know.
This was a gift.
Yes. She said, "Here's an aloe. Please don't kill it."
Indian pink. That's one of the ones that we saw at Jefferson, not Vermilionville. And we got a mamu plant, also known as coral bean.
You can grow a tomato in a 5-gallon bucket.
This
The
one,
wider the bucket, the better. But it'll happen in a 5-gallon bucket.
This one was in the healing garden at Vermilionville.
That's Mama.
Yeah. Bee balm.
Don't pick up those.
I'm not going to pick this one up. But we've got bee balm here.
They're soggy.
And we realized afterwards, bee balm, another name for bee balm is bergamot. Earl Grey tea is made from this. Blew my mind. I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. I'm going to do some more homework to make sure, because that was a question that you asked the Google thing. That's not my research. My digging deep research. I took the dive and bought blue turmeric from Baker Creek, $21.50 for 2 stars. Oh gosh, they had black ginger,
black turmeric,
blue white turmeric, white turmeric, and yellow turmeric. Maybe it wasn't blue. Black, yellow, and white.
And orange, maybe.
The regular, the yellow or orange.
There was so much cool stuff over there. I don't remember everything. But there's St. John's wort here. I don't remember if that was in the healer's garden.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mama Bear. No, the St. John's wort was not in the healer's garden, but that is a native plant. That comes from the Louisiana Native Society group. Right?
Which we joined.
Yeah.
No, Acadian. Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's not is it?
Yeah, it's Acadiana or Acadian native. We joined. Don't know what it is, but we joined it. Anyway,
Acadiana Native Plant Project.
there you go. We signed up. We joined newsletters and volunteer opportunities and all kinds of stuff come along with that. So I'm excited about that. I'm glad to be part of something, some kind of organization that goes along with what I enjoy, what I love. And
Patty, that's
spiderwort.
great. I think that's cool. Bergamot
Oh,
is
that's
not
not
bee
all.
balm. Bergamot is a citrus fruit. This says
What?
wild bergamot is what the seed I had. No, this one is not. This one says bee balm.
Hang on.
What did we plant? I planted. It said
Bee
wild.
balm bergamot. I mean, it's yeah, bee balm and bergamot, same thing on Google. Common names include bergamot, bee balm, horse mint, and oswego. Oswego.
Thanks for coming in, Mama Bear. I was hoping that it would clear up for you, but I get it. I get it. Message me if you need anything. She's having trouble with her signal.
I don't know why
No, it's
Miss Patty.
it's on her.
No. I don't know why Miss Patty said that. Because it's the same thing, according to the internet. And the internet's always right, you know. I'm just kidding.
Lord, wait. Suburban hillbilly.
Bergamot is a regional name, regional common name.
I'm in the south too. I put my island on my covered porch.
Oh, okay.
Huh. I don't have a covered porch. I need a covered porch to put my.
So anyway, to finish
Owl.
what we were to finish this, there's spiderwort here, which the flower is gone. I guess it's faded.
The flower
It's
faded.
done. And
It's a pretty little purple flower. There.
where's the other? What did I miss? There's that other tree. There it is, the witch hazel. Witch hazel.
Witch hazel is a native here. I had no idea until just recently, and I happened to come across that at the garden or herb whatever festival. I was so excited. I was running around like a kid in a candy store. It was great. It was absolutely amazing. And we got to meet Barb and her husband, and they are amazing. I had so much fun. I really
had
did.
a blast. My feet hurt so bad by the time we were done that day.
By the time we got home, but I absolutely loved it. Yeah, rub it in, Canadian. Canadian said he's going to pay for me a porch, and he's going to come all the way down here and build it for me. That's what he said. You see that? Bee balm and bergamot are the same in many sources, but I've seen two different flowers that have been labeled bee balm. Yeah, see, I've seen that too.
Okay, so I just Googled what is Earl Grey tea made from. And it says the classic Earl Grey tea is made with a base of black tea leaves, but the black tea used can be anything from Ceylon to Indian to African. It can be a single estate black tea or a blend of black teas from around the world. The black tea. Well, what the? What did I even? Huh?
I don't know.
Okay, so wrong again, Canadian. Oh, by the way, I also need to correct myself from a few weeks ago. I said that we had American holly on the property, and that's the only native that caffeine comes from. I was wrong. It's Yopon holly, not American holly.
Bee balm is also called bergamot. That's from Lippy.
Okay, but I'd like
Canadian
to know.
said he's in for paying for a porch and coming down here to build it.
Oh, right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's plan
That would be a week worth of
Liar.
videos. No, I think it would be really cool if you'd come down to visit, just for a visit.
So apparently, what Miss Patty is helping us to understand is that sometimes the common names for things can, and that's why common names are confusing. Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yep.
I'd come visit and help. That would be awesome. I'd appreciate that.
Monarda. See, that just I don't really like the actual names for plants because I can't pronounce any of them without making it sound like I'm calling you stupid or a cuss word. But I am excited to grow bee balm, and I found somebody sent me some seeds.
It's the seeds are called wild bergamot, but it is bee balm.
Yeah.
So that's where Patty
Can
is
be
talking about
invasive
the
unless you have room to let it
confusing
run.
common names.
Well, the whole idea is to let it run in the potager garden. So, because I need pollinator attractors and I'm going to need, things that are going to attract the birds and the butterflies and the bees and all that stuff.
You pronounced that word perfectly, she said. So whatever you said, say it again.
I have no idea. Monarda, I think that's what I said. Yeah, it's always better to use the scientific name, but you have
You're
to
right.
be able to pronounce
You're
it. I'd have to say though, this covered porch thing is all. He's just rubbing in the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, Miss Lippy says Oswego tea is another name. That's what I had just found on Google too. Monarda.
Monarda.
I know. Shut up, Canadian.
I have a hybrid wild plant that keeps growing on a border fence that the bees apparently love. They were swarming it today. Berries are supposed to be good bird food. Huh.
Cool deal.
I do have echinacea. Well,
did I show you guys the white?
I have purple coneflower, which is echinacea, and I say I have some seeds that just went into seed cups. We shall see if they come up.
We had some for a few years. They did their
They-
own seeding, and
Yeah, they kept coming
and then
back.
they stopped.
You know why?
That big freeze.
Nope.
What?
We added dirt. We added soil to that bed. We upped it like 3 inches, and then they quit coming back up.
Oh boy.
You learn every time. Many of the names aren't as difficult to pronounce as they seem, but our insecurity gets us. Cosmos, an annual but recent.
Oh, we've grown cosmos here once. It was in that my Aunt Danny had given us. It was, what did he call it? Cereal seeds. Because he got it in a box of cereal.
It was in a box of Cheerios, and it said "Save the bees."
There you go. So he brought it to us. We spread them about, and Cosmos was one of them. I think they were all Cosmos, actually. I don't think it was a mix.
I don't know what it was.
Remember. Anyway.
I could take English for 25 years and still pronounce in lippy language. Here's an article on Earl Grey tea and bergamot. There you go.
Thank you for that, Miss Patty.
Okay, I had to come sit down and see what all Canadian is saying. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Canadian's rubbing me in that he has a covered porch and I don't. So he needs to, bring some money or some materials or something. Come build me one. Eventually, I will get a covered porch. I drink all my coffee.
Earl Grey is most widely defined as a black tea that has been flavored with the oil of bergamot.
Ah.
That's just one line of the link that Miss Patty sent us.
I have the tea plant. What's it called?
It's a camellia.
Sasanqua.
There you go. That is, unless somebody knows better, because this is how it's going tonight.
Is it?
Yeah. That is the black tea plant, the camellia. Sasanqua, is it?
No, it's not.
No, I don't think it's Sasanqua. Sinensis.
There you go.
Camellia sinensis.
Oh, Tammy's got a covered porch that overlooks the water.
Oh man.
See, I would have a back to there. It is.
Suburban helped us out with that.
I would have a back porch that overlooks the pond if somebody would build me a porch.
Thank your president that we can't afford anything. Thank you very much.
He's not my president. He's yours. You can have him. I'm gonna refill my coffee and take a minute.
You want to fill my coffee?
I could.
I'll fill it when you come back. Don't worry about it. Just kidding. We have a covered shed side thingy. We have an awning attached to our shed that covers like the rabbits and the mower, and we were working under that canopy today to plant those seeds, which the summer humidity is creeping in with the south wind from the Gulf of Mexico, and we've got a limited window here to be able to enjoy working outside before the sweltering days of summer arrive. Uh-oh. We don't want to get Miss Lippy started. Anne Marie says she has a covered porch in her dreams. We've been here, it's going to be 8 years at the end of the month since we moved here. And though the property and I'll say the homestead has come a long way. It really, really has. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, literally, we have put into this place, because everything except the house itself, and now I have to also include the solar system on the house. Everything else has been installed by these two hands, Amy's two hands, and sometimes some help. Our kids have helped a lot. Every once in a while, we'll get some outside help as well. But everything here is built and by us, except for the house. We do invite in a heck of a lot of nature. We try to let nature do its thing whenever possible, wherever possible, and I have a kind of a my own rule as far as gardening goes, and it's to manipulate nature only as much as necessary. And the reason why is because when it's easy, or when it's done that way, it's much easier. When you're constantly fighting nature with by including invasive species or non-native species, you're constantly making an effort for those things to survive. When if you use natural native species, I'm finding, and those things they grow here anyway. So not only do they live, but they thrive and they reproduce and they give you more than that was why we bought what we did at the Sunset Herb Festival, is because not only did we buy plants, but we made an investment. We bought one little 4-inch pot of Indian pink, right? But this is potentially going to fill a bed in no time. And then we get to a point where we have an abundance and we can share. And that's what I really love about gardening, is getting to a point where we can share and trade and barter. Mama Bear is back. Oh, Lippy says, yeah, sounds like us. Everything here other than the house has been by our hands.
Tammy said we could go visit her and enjoy her porch. She sent me a picture. Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
Well, Tammy's in the Monroe area, right? Right, Tammy?
Is she?
I think so.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Right? I'm so jealous.
I coexist with nature until wildlife tries to mess with my pets.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That includes two-legged predators, right?
Amy saw something out of the corner of her eye this
Today.
afternoon,
Yeah.
like crossing one of our trails, and pretty sure it was a raccoon.
Big old fat raccoon. He's been eating good, he or she. Everything here, including the house, is
Including the house. That is right. That's right.
Yep.
And Anne Marie, you're
Anne Marie's working like
Big
a
Dreams,
champ.
Tiny Budget. She is sharing her journey with us on YouTube.
And it's pretty cool to watch. But I feel for her some days.
Miss Lippy did us a solid
True goal
yesterday.
of a gardener is to give stuff away to bless others. Yeah. Sorry.
Miss Lippy did something cool for us yesterday. She made a video about using our Amigo brand, I guess. It's not trademarked or anything. Our fajita seasoning that we make, spice blend. And she made a video and included that and talked about she included our link to our Etsy store. And
made me hungry even after I ate.
Oh, Joe says a real big bobcat in the backyard last week. Beautiful animal.
Oh, they're
beautiful.
They're pretty until they come after my animals, and then we have a problem. Oh man, what kind of plant is that, Tammy? Look at
it. Bear with me for a second. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook have already seen this, but I'm going to share with you what we had for dinner last night.
Patty said, I saw something on the back porch. I heard something on the back porch one morning. Looked out in the kitchen window, and it was a raccoon so big I couldn't see the steps, probably 45 pounds or more. My goodness. The first one was a rubber tree.
Last night for dinner, we had shrimp fajita salads. That reminds me too. We went shopping at Kroger yesterday, our local Kroger, and the produce, the beautiful produce, and the selection of produce and meats and cheeses and breads and it's such a far cry from Walmart. We came home with Rabidou sausage, pork and venison blend sausage.
I can do it
for $4.99 a pound. We came home with shrimp the shrimp was a little pricey. It was $8.99 a pound, but it was cleaned and ready to cook. So that, to me, that was worth it once in a while.
I'm trying to make my phone
Tammy
work.
says you can share the photos if
I'm
you want.
trying.
She has to send them to my computer, and then we can share them that way.
This is waiting.
Oh, do it this way instead. Just hit airdrop, and then hit that for some reason. Oh, it's waiting on me.
Waiting.
It's waiting on me.
The fish.
You doofus.
The fish at our Kroger stores is from China, unless the rare good stuff caught on our coastline. Oh no, not here.
Here is a picture of Tammy's porch that she asked us to share.
Hang on, that's just one of them. See, I was trying to figure out how to do all of them one by one. Like,
oh boy.
What?
Okay.
Save.
There. That's Tammy's porch overlooking. What is that? A bayou, Tammy? That's freaking beautiful.
Now I should be able to. Nope, not that. There.
I love that.
I saved all kinds of photos.
Okay, bear with me for a second. I
For
need
the
to look.
same.
Paid $5.99 a pound from the seafood house for gold shrimp. That ain't bad.
Who
That
said
ain't bad
that?
at all. Lippy. Ground round was $6.49 a pound.
Yeah.
Well, ground round though, that's a much leaner one, right?
What was it? $5.99 a pound? Yeah. I'm looking into getting some more local shrimp, but it's hard to find people in the area that sell just two people,
20.
not two
She
businesses
says 25 to 35.
per pound. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's pretty good size shrimp. Okay. Those are the photos that Tammy sent me.
Okay.
The other ones.
All right. It's gonna take me a second to get. I'm not very quick at this. Is that? Yeah, there's Dawn. Howdy.
Got free meat this week plus free animal food. Friend from town, hoarder, moved in with family, and her fridge was stuffed with food. Her deep freezer, thankfully, wasn't stuffed. Wow.
So this looks like Tammy's peace lily, right? That's what it looks like. Beautiful. And a little spider plant.
Oh, yeah. Michigan Daffodil had a bear on her back porch
No, thank you.
at 10 o'clock last night. Like, I'm still awake at that time. I would not want to go out my back door and come face to face with that bear. Not happening. We buy in bulk from a shrimper who comes up here on the weekends, and 50 pounds is $175. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Here, let me show the
Yeah.
next photo that we got from Tammy.
It's she said peace lily, spider plants, and a rubber tree.
I
Spider
missed the
plants
rubber
we
tree. But this is spider plant. When I was young, I saw a lot of these growing this way. They're really cool in a hanging pot
basket.
like that.
We have them around the base of an oak tree.
A live oak, an old live oak.
And they grow really well because their roots really hold a little bit of water, so it actually helps to feed the tree during the droughts and stuff.
Yeah, that's true too. So for every 5 pounds, you get a 4 pound after deheading.
Right.
But you also have those heads to make stock with. So it's not an entire loss, not a total loss. Next.
Never go without bear spray. Live in Portland. Was like that when I moved.
Oh, this is the rubber tree. Okay.
Oh, I bet Lippy makes stock. Yeah, I knew that. Not a lot of people make stock.
There.
Like seafood stock.
All lit up too. Look at that.
Most people make bone broth, chicken broth, or
ain't that pretty?
Beef broth or whatever. I make pork broth with whatever pork bones we have, and I also make seafood stock. It's so good to put in our crawfish etouffees and a seafood gumbo or anything like that. Yeah, that rubber tree looks really cool. I like that. Cheyenne has one of those fiddle leaf fig things. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Fiddle leaf. Yeah, fiddle leaf fig.
Okay, it sounded right. I wanted to make sure it came out right.
Now I want to show you this too. I got my daggum shoes wet to get you this picture.
Dawn's in the hospital again.
Before the live stream tonight. So you better appreciate it. I'm just kidding.
Okay, Dawn, we're adding you to the prayer list.
This is the self heal.
Keep me posted on how you're doing, please.
That we found from a few years ago.
Miss Bonnie.
Well, hello
Grandma's
there.
So happy. So that sounds so good. Amy, need recipe ideas for those broths.
Whiskey broth.
I can definitely do a video on the broth. That's super simple. I make it in my Instant Pot.
several years ago,
because I cheat.
we had gone and met. We got a hold of somebody through Facebook from Longville, which is a little ways away from here,
Oh,
and maybe an hour, half hour to an hour drive. Anyway, we got together with them
I got it,
and
Carrie.
did some plant trading, and she gave us some seeds for the self heal, which we didn't have here on our homestead, and it must have been a couple years that we held on to those seeds and kind of forgot about them,
Wow.
and then it was last spring, I want to say, that
What?
last spring that I think it was last spring
That
that
we,
I
yeah,
spread the seeds,
yeah.
and we happened to find some that came up, so that was really exciting to find that.
You can use broth for almost anything. You can use the broth to make rice instead of using water, and it makes your rice taste so much better. Um, I do have Tabasco peppers. I have 2 plants. Um, they're not doing so great because they're super tiny. And yes, I have two. Well, I had two. I have one now because something ate one of them. One of them is super tiny, but it's still there. I know chicken and beef, but not the other ones. Okay, I make pork broth. I make the same way I make chicken or beef. I just use pork bones instead of beef bones or chicken bones. Now, the shrimp stock is using the shrimp shells and heads. Same concept, just using those in place of. Now, a lot of the times, our shrimp shells we'll use that have they've already been boiled because a lot of times we do like a shrimp boil, just like a crawfish boil. So they're already in the shell. I forgot to. They're already seasoned in the shell, but you can add whatever seasonings you want to a broth. I forgot to fill my coffee when I went over there.
Yep. One of my favorite unique broths that Amy has made was from the bones of a smoked turkey.
Oh, that was really
Oh,
good.
oh my goodness.
Joe smoked that turkey.
Yeah, he did.
I
So good. I'm gonna
need to
be.
remember.
I'll be right back.
I need
I'll be in
to.
the
I need
chat.
to figure out what recipes to use them in. I remember. Remember Minnesota's blah meals, no flavor. Okay. I need to do a recipe. I need to do some Cajun recipes on some videos. If you can do beef, chicken, and turkey broth, then you can do pork broth. It's the same thing. Now, I don't season my broth. I don't salt it at all um, until I go to use it. Do you make rabbit broth? I haven't made broth with the rabbit, but I could. I usually make a stew when I have rabbit because it just. I'd like to know too. I do other meat broths, but nothing fish wise. Okay. Um, the fish, a lot of times, the fish broth or shrimp broth, not fish, but shrimp. Um, I will use in like crawfish etouffee, um, catfish coubillon, which you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's a lot of different Cajun dishes. We use it in some of our seafood dishes, but definitely like a seafood gumbo, the shrimp broth is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal in a seafood gumbo. Now, Brett doesn't really care for seafood gumbo as much as I do, but when I make it, I use the crab meat, and I'll put like the whole crab claws and the body of the crab in there, and um, sounds amazing. Would be fun to see some of the fish you all have there. have. There is a place here that we can get it. I even make dog food from the broths with veggie leftovers that I can pour over anything else. Exactly. And I make broth all the time, and that's why I don't add the salt. I don't season it because then the dog can have it. But if I use it for rice or gravies or whatever else that for us, then I just season it before I use it. My mama would make an okra, just okra gumbo. Really? Creole shrimp is good too. Yeah. I like anything seafood. I haven't found a seafood that I didn't like other than I don't like canned tuna a whole heck of a lot, but I mean that's not really a seafood. That's I like like um yeah, grilled tuna or whatever it's seared. Brett wants me to make crawfish etouffee. He loves crawfish etouffee. I drink the broth as tea. Oh yeah. Um, Broth is actually good for you. There's some veggies dogs shouldn't eat, so it's good to know what those are. Yeah, there are some. It's really not that many that the dogs can't have. Some people say that garlic and onions can't be given to a dog. That's true in some sense, but as long as you're not using a horrendous amount of it's okay. Season it to make your meal. Can it to make the meal. Every meal is customized. Yep. Tuna has changed flavor over the years. It's not like it used to be. I think so too. That's a canned food, not even right. I don't consider that like a fresh. Now, fresh tuna is pretty good if it's cooked properly. Yeah, we do have a video on what not to include in dog food. We catch tuna off our coast and grill steak and can it. Now that would be good. Canning it fresh would be amazing. That's like canned salmon that you buy at the store. I don't like it, but I absolutely love salmon. Take the leftover etouffee, add rice, and make fried balls. Really? Oh, that now that's an interesting thought. Garlic and onion can cause liver and kidney damage, especially over time. I was in a rescue. I know that, but I'm saying is if there was a tiny bit of onion in your broth every now and then, it probably won't um, hurt too much. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it every time, things like that. But yeah, it's not going to be like an immediate toxicity kind of thing. So if you accidentally make a broth and use it for your dog, it's not that contains like a little bit of onion or a little bit of garlic. It's not going to be oh my god, we need to call the emergency vet. That's what I was getting at. Because some people just go a little nuts. I did not know that you could fry the etouffee in rice and make it like boudin balls.
I don't know, but you need to make that. Oh man.
Onion and garlic affect small animals more than bigger animals. And a teacup poodle couldn't handle garlic at all. See, that's crazy. My Chihuahua doesn't seem to bother it doesn't seem to bother her. Now I try not to she'll eat people food every once in a while. That's what I'm getting at. She may eat a little bit of onion or garlic that's in um, chicken that I'm feeding her, but it's not a heavy amounts.
Yeah, not every day.
Not every day,
Right.
no.
Right.
If the dog doesn't fall over immediately, they think they're good. Right.
Yeah.
No, if it happens by accident, it's not like, oh my god, we need to, freak out. But don't make it a habit.
Excuse me.
Dogs are like us. One man's food is another man's poison. Right. Yeah, very moderately. I mean, I wouldn't freak out. Some people do it in their foods every meal, because garlic and onion seem to help deter fleas. Well, I don't recommend doing that at all because you are constant. It's a constant toxicity. Then
Whoops.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to set the lights the way they should have been. I forgot.
Growing up with my grandparents in Tennessee, we threw everything left over in our yard. The dogs, the cats, and
No, that's
ate
better.
what they wanted. Right. Make the balls flash freeze. Then run in a flour wet coating flash freeze. About an hour, ready to fry. A few dozen at a time and freeze them for later cooking. Huh. Oh, and I can do the flash freezing because my freezer on the fridge has that turbo freeze whatever setting. Yeah. It's like chocolate. We feed our dog chocolate ice cream all the time when we were kids, and it never bothered them at all. Yeah.
Chocolate covered raisins. Yeah, dogs aren't supposed to have chocolate or raisins.
That sounds really good, Lippy. I think I got the idea. But yeah. Crap. Now I'm gonna be making crawfish etouffee for days.
Is Canadian still here? Canadian, is you still here?
I don't know. He's enjoying his porch.
I know,
He was watching a hockey game. He's probably watching a hockey game instead of us. Hockey is one of those sports I never did understand.
They beat up each other. Canadian, is it okay to share the short you just made here in the stream? I'll give you a view. Went to turn off the garden hose.
Yeah, good excuse. I'm just kidding. I haven't had to turn on a garden hose because we've had so much rain.
Sure. Hey, where to begin? Welcome to the stream. Dawn. I'm having a cardio ablation for AFib in July. It doesn't work next as a pacemaker. My dad suffered with AFib for a long time, and we ended up losing him in 2014 due to a big stroke. So whatever your doctor advises you, please do it. My dad didn't take care of himself like he should have, and that's not me. That's not me saying ugly things about my dad. I just wish he'd have taken better care of himself. High blood pressure meds. Canadian. Okay, let me
You
see.
need to relax some more. That means you need to come down to Louisiana and visit for like 2 weeks.
Let's see about getting Canadians short.
I have been fighting with my blood sugar, so I get it.
Okay. I'll share.
Watch the movie Slapstick to learn about the hockey game.
Share with audio. Now, Canadian, remember, if you get notified that someone stole your content, don't ding me.
I had a nuclear break.
Let's take a little tour of. There's the garden growing.
Oh wait,
What's going on here? Go on here. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, eh? That's pretty slick.
look at that. Oh man,
Gosh.
look how nice. Gas grill and all. That's beautiful. And we're gonna like it.
Oh, let's take a little tour.
Oh man.
I am so jealous.
Really nice Canadian. Grammy Karen, hello and welcome.
Okay, adding you too, Lippy. Right? It looks like something out of a magazine. That's like Tammy's. Tammy's in it. You know, all these people sending me porches, and I don't have a porch. I'm going to get coffee.
We just where to begin says we just moved our dog run so we can use our covered porch for us.
That's funny. That sounds like something I would do.
Canadian says, remember that roof cover cost 15 grand.
Well, that's okay because he's paying for it, right?
Jeez.
Would it be? I don't know if it would be the same price here.
I don't know. That's Canadian dollars too, so it's like 57 cents here.
Well, that's only because our dollar ain't worth nothing.
$1.295. No, our yeah, the American dollar is in peril right now. It's
Our country
I don't-
is in peril.
I don't want to get into all that tonight. You know how I can get started. I don't want to do that.
I bet Lippy would too.
Tammy says, Amy, my husband built mine. Come see it, and maybe you can talk him into a road trip / working visit.
Yeah. I'm game. We need to find out where Tammy's at and definitely make a day to go visit.
Well, you and her are friends on Facebook now, right?
I got her phone number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's stay on rated G topics for sure. I could easily go off on tangents and just totally derail this live stream. I don't want to do it. Having a good day. I don't want to think about it. Ooh. The sun is going down now, so we've got this pretty lavender sky. And I'm looking to the east out of these windows here. Rated G for government. No, I don't think so. But beautiful. Beautiful sky. Between Natchez, Mississippi and Monroe. Yeah, that's not far at all. Probably 4 hours. Water glassed 74 eggs today. First time doing it. I hope they make it through the fall and winter. I've heard good things and bad things. I've heard mixed reviews about water glassing. We haven't tried it. What Amy likes to do is to dehydrate our eggs and store them as a powder. Oh, 90-degree days. I'm not looking forward to that. Miss Lippy sent Amy something. Okay. That'll be for after the stream. Moved 8 chicks that are about 5 weeks old from my family room to a friend's coop. No more chickens in the house who can fly. Oh my goodness. We had raised some baby chicks in the house at one point, and I think that was our first year here. And we were just trying to repopulate our flock because when we first moved here, we didn't have the infrastructure ready for the chickens, and we moved our chickens from our old house to here and put them in kind of a ragtag build. And then a bobcat decided we only needed 1 chicken and took the rest of them. So it was on the agenda to repopulate, and we built a coop, and bought some baby chicks, and we raised them right here in the dining room, in big totes, big plastic totes. And we had noticed that we were all getting this like sinus trouble. And when Amy comes back in, I know she's here in the chat, but when she comes back in, she can tell us what it was. There's a condition that you can get from breathing the chicken dander constantly. So we decided not to do that anymore. Oh, the egg yolk comes out looking like motor oil. That's not good. That doesn't sound appetizing at all. Oh, histoplasmosis. There you go. I couldn't remember if that was a thing that was easily spelled. On a good note, thank you for all the prayers for my son, Stephen. Okay. 6 weeks after the third surgery in 3 years on his femur, x-rays show what looks like a large amount of bone growth around the break. Awesome. Hallelujah, praise. That is cool. I'm so glad. If Stephen can hear me, love you, Stephen, and I'm so happy for you. All right, thank you for stopping by Where to Begin Homestead. Glad to see you.
Oh, that's definitely an answered prayer.
Right?
And Miss Lippy's trying to steal Tammy from me.
Actually, I would like to get with Stephen and invite him to come help us do some gardening. Whatever he's capable of, Joe. Not so much because we need the help, but we would enjoy the company.
I'm not doing water glass. I'll stick with freeze drying and gift them to the ones in need. That's what I do now. Yeah, I'd love to have a freeze dryer. I can't. It is nowhere near our budget.
Barb's still here. She's just being mostly quiet. She wasn't quiet in person, though. Ooh, we had so much to talk about.
We didn't video anything.
We didn't video, or not even a single photograph. No pictures, no nothing. And some of that was because we were having such a great time. I didn't want to experience any of it through a camera lens. And the other reason was because of the weather, the rain.
Yeah. He's walking without a cane.
Oh,
that's
awesome.
Amazing. Oh, that would be so much fun. Me, Lippy, and Tammy all together. You and Buddy would have a blast. All by yourselves.
All by ourselves. I don't know. Does Tammy have a significant other? Is that too personal of a question? I hope not.
Yeah. She's married. Her husband built her porch.
Oh, that's right.
Durr. You big dumb.
I shouldn't do that.
Oh man, that would be so much fun. Oh yeah, Deep South is that's what
In
3,
Wiggins,
4
Mississippi.
hours?
That was a 4-hour drive for us.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well, it was 4 hours if we didn't stop, which we did many times.
I'm sorry, I have to pee a lot.
We stop a lot.
Coffee,
we like to stop
water.
and see a little scenery and Bobby. Okay. He's a card. Oh, okay. I'm sold.
Well, if he built that amazing porch, I definitely need to meet him.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Because I love to build stuff, I just can't afford to. I used to be a flooring installer. I was a contractor. I've built sheds for people, and I've done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. And the price of materials right now is just so
Problem is
high.
with some things I'm self-taught, so I may not know the right way to do it, but I can make it happen.
You built all my garden beds.
I did. You did too. We did.
No, I just handed you boards.
Oh, whatever.
I do all the gophering. Go get this and go get that and hand you this and hand you that. You don't want me to build anything because it will not be a square if it's supposed to be a square.
That's Mac.
Make any with flair. Oh, poor Mac. I love it.
Hard to type while laughing.
That's cool.
Eker, not Baker. Ah, do you get that reference?
Mm-mm.
Back in the day, what was it? The 80s, 90s. Tammy Faye Baker. It was online back in the 80s. Sure. Television evangelists or something that got in some legal trouble.
It's funny. We're going to an open country auction Saturday morning. They have jars and all kinds of stuff. Buddy told me to sit on my hands because I talk with my hands. She could go home with all kinds of stuff she didn't want.
So in Rain, Louisiana, that's spelled Rayne. That's along Interstate 10.
Oh, wow.
Do you have a T-shirt? Referring to what? I'm confused. Dawn, can you clarify?
Homestead T-shirt.
Our T-shirts, like Broussard Homestead T-shirts, like that? Yes, we do. We've got a few different sizes. Maybe send us a personal message for that. What was I saying? Oh, in Rain, Louisiana, there's a hardware store right along Interstate 10, and it's called Gary Mott's Hardware. Mott spelled Matte. That's a popular last name in this area. Anyway, so when we went to Vermilionville, we passed in front of it. We stopped in, and it was closed because it was Sunday. When we went to Sunset this past weekend to the Herb Festival, we stopped in at the hardware store. It was closed because it was Saturday afternoon. One day I'm going to get to that dang store and it'll be open, because I hear they've got all kinds of cool stuff. They've got on their sign outside, part of their logo, I guess, is a cast iron Dutch oven. So surely there's some awesome stuff inside that store.
Okay. Canadian said, by the way, after all those trips to the Heart Institute and getting poked and prodded, I've quit smoking.
That is awesome. I've been seeing his updates. Today's day 3 for Canadian.
Congrats. That's a undertaking.
I had quit for 3 years, and my fool self picked it back up again. Major legal trouble. Jim went to prison. Yeah, I remember a little something about all that. Jim Baker.
I'm not that old. Was it before I was born or before I was 3?
No, it wouldn't have been before you were born. I quit for 8 years once.
Wow. Oh, Joe said that store is freaking awesome.
Rub it in, Joe.
They have a roux spoon. I saw it on Facebook, and I really want one.
Yeah.
So one of these days, we're going to make it to that store while it's open.
What are we doing tomorrow?
I don't know.
Tomorrow's Friday. They're open till like 5 or 6. So, I mean, should easily get there while it's open tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish I had your strength too, because I have the habit, and it's.
We had changed over to vaping for a little while. Right before we moved here. We did that for a few months, but we were vaping, and I know that stuff's not good for you either. We found out now. But we were vaping some.
Bought a fake plastic
stuff with
cigarette to
nicotine
keep my
in it.
hand busy.
And
I quit smoking at age 5. My brother got in a lot of trouble for giving me a puff.
oh no.
Yikes. I did the whole vaping thing, and I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not the same, and I don't really care for it too much. Now, I did it in the hospital when I had my surgery because
You weren't supposed to, but the nurses looked the other way.
Well, it was either that or
Because you didn't do it constantly.
ask to go outside. No, it was just to curb the cravings while I was in the hospital for a day and a half.
crave the curb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm hungry for? Asphalt.
Now everybody's sending me freaking pictures of their porch. That's Lori Austin.
Oh, Lordy. Lori's hiding in the chat. Hi,
Mhm.
Lori.
Look, Canadian sending me pictures of his porch.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure that could change habits.
I was 61 in September, and I started at 13.
Yeah. I was
See,
I was
16.
14.
I was 16.
I thought it would be cool.
I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I started at 16.
I had a lot of bullying issues when I was growing up. Junior high and high school was really tough on me, and then the problems I had at home too. My mom was abusive, physically abusive.
Lori says, ha.
Down with a kidney infection. That's no
Oh.
fun.
Okay, adding you to the prayer list. I know it's going to sound crazy. Corn silk tea. The silk that comes with the corn, make a tea with it and drink it.
I think most of our friends can actually
And
say that they're old enough to be your mom.
Probably. The corn silk tea helps with kidney, UTI issues, things like that, along with cranberry.
Corn wine is the best. That sounds like a good excuse.
Yeah, I'm younger than Lippy's daughter. I never did my birth father.
Our
Oh.
oldest daughter, Cheyenne, is going to be 25 on,
Saturday.
is it Saturday?
Yeah.
The 13th, whatever day that is.
It's Saturday. I'm looking at the calendar right now.
Oh, okay. 25.
And Monday, Abby graduates from high school. Monday. That's crazy.
And before you start doing math, have you said how old you are
No.
tonight? Okay. Cheyenne is Amy's stepdaughter. So
Wine is good for everything, so I hear. I need some wine because everything hurts. And if wine is good for everything, then
I whine
shouldn't
when I
hurt
hurt.
anymore. You whine constantly. Oldest turns 44 in July. I just turned 65. I'm
Well,
40,
happy late
y'all.
birthday.
I'm 40, y'all. And
So
I'm not like
the flower shop where Cheyenne works, named Grandma's Garden. So if you
I'm be 41.
if you have flowers delivered through any online website, if you have flowers delivered to this area, they're probably the ones that will fulfill that order. Anyhow, they did a special this week for widows. $5, I think it was, to have a single rose delivered to a widow, and we had that done for my nanny, and she sent a thanks today that she had it was delivered today. Oh, Lippy says, never mind, you're 3 years older than Felicia.
I'm not aging myself. Okay. That's the flower arrangement that you sent.
Here,
Oh,
I'll
wow.
show you the flower that Nanny received today. Oh wow!
The dogwoods. Look at that,
Wow, who's that?
Lori.
Oh man! All right, so there you go. That's
2 years and 2 months.
the arrangement. I say arrangement because
Michigan
there's a few
told me to
things
shut
in
my
there
face.
that my nanny received today. and it says Happy Mother's Day, Nanny, from the Broussards. And
It also says we love you.
you can, oh yeah, it does. It says we love you because we do. We love my nanny. But you can see in the background her pretty kitchen too. Everything's like her whole house. Everything's white, and there's so many windows.
It's
It's
so
it's
bright.
so well lit. It's beautiful in there.
We wanted to do something special for her. It's been a rough year. It's definitely been a rough year. And then she fussed me because I made her cry.
We took her to lunch the other day too.
Yeah.
She came to visit in the morning, and we had actually organized. We had purchased that rose and organized to have it delivered this weekend before she came to visit the other morning. And I'm terrible at keeping secrets, but I managed.
Because I'd
I
have
didn't.
smoked
I
her.
didn't tell her about it, but I wanted to. And but anyway, she stayed here for a few hours, just sitting around the table talking, and then she said, "What do you want to do for lunch?" So we went over to Rabidoo's, and Miss Lippy knows that. That's where we took one of the places where we took Miss Lippy, and we got some burgers, and
Oh, he's going to enjoy his
I
porch.
paid for her lunch. She's
And
like a
it's-
mom to me, so
Canadian says he has yard duties to get done. That's code for he's going to enjoy his porch.
Yeah. Lori says first
Thanks
Mother's
for coming,
Day
Canadian.
without,
I gotta give you a hard time.
Lori says first Mother's Day without her mom.
Mm,
Well, prayers for comfort, Lori.
yeah, definitely praying.
I know that's tough. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to call it quits for tonight. Now that the rain has stopped, hopefully we'll be able to make our next potager video.
Oh God, I hope so. I'm hoping to add into that video in the next couple of days. I'm praying, crossing fingers, toes, whatever, y'all. That's at least some of these seedlings come up.
Oh, it might take longer than that for germination.
Shh. I'm praying. I said. I'm very, very blessed to still have both my mom and my dad. So they drive me nuts sometimes, but I love them to death.
Thank you for sharing that link, Henry. If you're interested in our
Lippy-
spice blends or
Lippy's
cross
going to-
necklaces, visit our Etsy shop.
Lippy's going to. She's got to go close up the chickens.
We're gonna have
All
to say
she's got to
goodnight.
do is drive her little
Now,
golf cart and
next
then
week-
follow her wherever she goes.
Next week we will be on Wednesday night due to my work schedule. It'll be the night before I go back. I'm on vacation right now. That's why I was able to keep the beard as much as I have it.
You got one more week.
One more week.
I don't even want to think about you going back to work yet.
I know.
I'm enjoying getting all kinds of stuff done.
Well, when the weather's nice
Yeah, I know.
and allows us.
But even still, I'm getting clothes done, just, housework done, all that stuff. So the mud mobile. That's funny to watch too. Have you seen that? Yeah, Libya
Oh, yeah.
on that Marco did a the chickens are running behind the side by side behind her.
All right, you guys. Next week on Wednesday, hopefully we'll have a video out in the next couple of days. Updates on the potager.
I'm really hoping that the mud will settle down so that we can get to work out there because I'm really eager to get out there and start working. These little baby plants really need to be outside in the dirt.
So until next week, guys, good night and God bless.
Stay safe and we'll see you next Wednesday, guys.